So today I want to focus on something that is a talking point on one of my biggest videos on the channel to date. We ended up in a little place called Compton. I want to elaborate a bit more because it is genuinely a good story, and also because I'm still a little surprised at people absolutely outright saying it didn't happen, because it did happen.
I swear.
It's hard to believe, but I am genuinely that geographically unaware. Is it? Is it that hard to believe? Before I get into the video, make sure you subscribe, otherwise I'm going to send you back in time to your least favourite memory, and I'm going to make it so that you can't alter that memory, you just have to relive the whole thing. Who wants to go back in time to their least favourite memory? I don't. Subscribe. Okay, so to be fair, I was just out of school, and me and my friend who I was there with were both genuinely a little naive about the whole thing, and we just wanted to go to LA and see it, and we booked a stay in a hotel in Inglewood because it was the most cost efficient one, and because Tyra Banks was from Inglewood. What could go wrong in a place where Tyra Banks was from?
I was rooting for you!
We also didn't rent a car because neither of us could drive at that time. Everything we knew about America came from film and TV, and honestly we had seen the whole New York subway thing, and then we googled LA and we discovered they also had buses and a train thing. Apparently not everybody uses them though. So yeah, to us on a map, what seemed very central, and it was very cost efficient, and it had good reviews, we stayed in a hotel in Inglewood. We booked to stay in the hotel for, I think, a week, and then we were just going to go stay in somewhere in an Airbnb for the rest of our holiday. I'm going to be honest here, we were going for cheap. We were students and we didn't have a penny to our names. We were so poor that at one point in the motel we wanted to treat ourselves to motel popcorn, so we ended up looking down the back of the motel couch for quarters and dimes. Little tip, don't look down the back of a motel couch. You won't like what you find there. To put this in context, this is a picture of me serving my friend instant noodles in the motel room. Yeah, I know, so much bangs. So yes, we had done minimal research and we weren't exactly staying in the Ritz. So upon arriving, we had just jet lagged that afternoon and evening, and we woke up the next day and we were ready to see the LA of our movie dreams, and we figured we'd get a bus to downtown LA because downtown, that's where the shops are, right? I should also mention that we did not have internet on our phones, only Wi-Fi access, so we had to old school go down to reception and get the maps that we were going to be using printed out. Yeah. So we did what we thought was planned it out, and we mapped it out the way that we were going, and we went to the bus stop in Inglewood and we got on the bus, and a lot of people started to stare at us and mutter things because, I don't know, people are very anti the bus in LA. Now what we should have done at this point is ask if we were going in the right direction on the bus, but we felt self-conscious, so we did not ask. I still am too sure exactly where we went wrong, whether it was at the metro or at the bus, but either way we went the wrong direction, away from where we were supposed to be going. So we did however many stops we needed to do on the bus, and then we jumped on the metro, or whatever it's called in LA, and we did however many stops we thought we were supposed to do on that, and then at some point we realised, I think we're going in the wrong direction. So we just jumped off the train thing wherever. Little spoiler, it turns out to be Compton. I'm actually not sure at what point we realised we were in Compton. It just kind of happened organically at some stage. As you do, we're in Compton. So we decided to ask a station worker what to do, and initially he was very concerned because, and my friend reminded me of this whole exchange which I had completely forgotten about. He apparently thought we were 14 because fear must make you look younger. And he proceeded to pull out his own giant map and point out places, to quote my friend's remembrance, where we shouldn't need to fear for our lives. He actually said, "These are places you won't need to fear for your lives." Wow, our LA dream was just coming true. Now, me and my friend were not real paper map literate, so we kind of just stood there doing the polite thing, nodding and going, yeah, I'll go there, okay, yeah. Walked away, hadn't a clue where he was pointing to, but we did decide that we'd pop our heads out of the station and just maybe try and hail a taxi or something. We didn't wander far, but we definitely knew at this point that we were in Compton, and it seemed fine. It seemed fine. I'd heard about Compton on my brother's rap songs, but you know, everywhere has good spots and bad spots, and all the people seemed to be alright. They were all kind of looking at us a lot. then they were giving us friendly advice, like, get out of here, you shouldn't be here, and so on. Yes, they may have said it in a more locally expressive way. And at this point, we'd only seen Inglewood and Compton, and we thought, this is just America, okay? Well, this is what America's like. So we kept wandering further and further in our quest to get a taxi. As it turns out, taxis don't really stop in Compton. But we wandered down to the main street where we thought it was more likely a taxi was going to stop. And I can't really remember, but I think it was like a bus stop thing we were at, because we figured we'd just wait at the bus stop and whatever bus came along, we'd just get on it if that came before a taxi. So being young girls, we were kind of giggling and we were trying to keep it on the DL, you know? And then we made a friend and he came over to us and he was very nice about the fact that we should definitely get out of Compton. And as the conversation progressed, the reason he was being so nice was because he thought we were undercover cops. You see, there was a white van parked across the road and he figured that inside of the white van was a SWAT team, because why on earth would two young Irish girls be just walking around? I need to put this in context. There are places in Ireland that are like a bit dodgy, but there's nowhere you really can't go once you keep your wits about you. So the idea that we really shouldn't be there is still not something I fully comprehend, I think. So once we twigged onto the fact that he thought we were police, we were kind of like talking into our hoods and things, because we weren't sure if that was the only reason he was being nice to us, but he was kind of keeping us company and that was nice. All the while, other Comptonians were passing us and telling us that we should endeavour to leave the vicinity as swiftly as possible. So this next part's a little hazy, but a car pulled up. I believe it said taxi on it, and he was kind of like, get in the car, and we weren't sure if he was trying to kidnap us or not, but we got in the car. I remember why you had to leave, because your little friend that you made in Compton said that he was going to shoot you in the face if you didn't leave and if he ever saw you there again. You're welcome. The more I tell this story, the more I realise, yeah. And he drove us to a bus stop, which is where we wanted to go. And we got on the next bus and endeavoured once again to go to downtown LA. Where we got off, though, turned out to be Skid Row, which is a notorious area, if you're not aware, in LA, where there is a large population of people without housing, and the crime rates are also quite high. Again, we were walking along there with our little paper A4 sheet map and trying to find where we could go shopping. We just wanted a Forever 21, you know? Shopping! And then a cop pulled up on a little bicycle and he told us that we really shouldn't be there and we really should get out of there. And then he just cycled off, but he didn't actually tell us how to get out of there. So that was helpful. A person who was genuinely helpful turned out to be a very nice homeless man who gave us some tips on exactly where he felt we should go. But then we were uncertain if he was helping us or if he was leading us to our imminent deaths, because it was down an alleyway and a street that didn't look like the way that we should go, but up until now the streets that we were supposed to go were not the right streets anyway. So then we did encounter some gangs. That was interesting because they were lost as fuck. We just kept our heads down and we just kept walking, and we got on another bus and we just decided to go back to Inglewood where we were safe and sound, and that was our day. And we never did get to go shopping, but yeah. And we went back to our hotel and we ate our instant noodles. And that was my very, very strange day. Do you know what? I actually like the fact that I didn't just get the tourist experience. I saw the whole side of LA and I think that was good. And that's it. I just wanted to share a little bit more details on that trip with you guys. Let me know below in the comments if you've ever done something naively in another country that people were very surprised about. Today's video goes out to Michael E. Doherty, who I just want to wish a very happy birthday to. He's one of my lovely patrons. I'm actually moving house this week, so I don't know if my next video will be there or here again, but that's what's going on. So yeah, if you want to see more behind the scenes stuff, do check out my Patreon channel, and otherwise I will see you later in the week. Bye. Everybody we met was actually really nice. I'm gonna be honest, they were all just nice. Did you want to go to Compton? You'd be the toughest dog there. That's New York. I don't see why it's such a big deal. We did find ourselves a mall that turned out to be way too expensive, and we didn't buy a single thing. And then we went back to our hotel rooms and we ate Mars bars, which weren't Mars bars. They were called something else because it's America.